Have you ever felt powerless or manipulated, or wished you understood the subtle cues driving human behavior? Today we'll explore 12 powerful psychological tricks that can significantly impact your interactions and outcomes. These techniques are about understanding and utilizing the often unconscious mechanisms that shape our perceptions and decisions. By mastering these subtle arts, you can navigate human interaction with greater confidence and effectiveness. If you enjoy this kind of topic, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's begin our journey. Imagine yourself in a tense standoff. The air is thick with tension, and you can almost feel the weight of the moment pressing down on you. Someone is staring you down, attempting to assert dominance. Their eyes are locked onto yours, unblinking, trying to intimidate you. This can be unsettling, triggering feelings of intimidation or fear. Your heart might race and your palms could start to sweat as the pressure builds. However, there's a simple technique to disarm such aggression. Look at their shoes. It might sound odd, but this small action can have a big impact. By shifting your gaze downwards, you disrupt their attempt to dominate the interaction. It breaks the intense eye contact that fuels their power play. Direct eye contact is a primal signal of dominance. It's a challenge, a way to assert control and establish hierarchy. Averting your gaze communicates a lack of interest in a power struggle. It shows that you are not willing to engage in their game. This often catches the aggressor off guard. They expect resistance, not indifference. Your nonchalant focus on their footwear throws them off balance. It sends a subtle message that their attempt to intimidate you is ineffective. It suggests you do not perceive them as a threat, a powerful form of social jujitsu. This technique uses their own aggression against them. Remember, the goal is to neutralize the situation, not escalate it. By staying calm and composed, you can diffuse the tension and maintain control. A genuine smile can brighten someone's day. But did you know that smiling itself can impact your emotional state? The facial feedback hypothesis suggests our facial expressions influence our emotions. When you smile, even if you don't feel happy, the muscles in your face send signals to your brain releasing endorphins. Smiling makes you feel better and influences how others perceive you. People who smile are seen as more approachable, trustworthy, and competent. A warm smile can disarm suspicion and foster connection. So even if you're not in the mood, try smiling for a few minutes and see the positive impact. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget names. We meet so many people every day, and our minds are often preoccupied with countless tasks and responsibilities. However, remembering and using someone's name can have a powerful impact on your interactions. It can turn a simple conversation into a meaningful connection. Think back to a time when someone remembered your name. That moment likely stood out to you. Didn't it make you feel seen, valued, and respected? It's a small gesture that carries a lot of weight. Our names represent our unique identity. They are a core part of who we are. When someone remembers our name, it shows that they care enough to pay attention. It signals that we've made an impression, that we matter. Conversely, forgetting someone's name can make them feel unimportant, overlooked, and even disrespected. This can be especially damaging in professional settings, where building strong relationships is crucial for success. Remembering names can foster trust and camaraderie among colleagues. Improve your ability to remember names by being present and engaged in the initial interaction. Focus on the person, repeat their name, and associate it with something memorable. This simple practice can transform your personal and professional relationships. Have you noticed how in conversations with close friends or family, you tend to mimic their body language? This isn't just a coincidence, it's a natural human behavior. This subconscious mirroring signals rapport and empathy, known as the chameleon effect. We naturally imitate the postures, gestures, and mannerisms of those we feel connected to. It's a way our brains tell us that we are in sync with the other person. By subtly mirroring someone's body language, we communicate understanding and agreement. This can be especially useful in both personal and professional settings, where building a strong connection is crucial. The key is subtlety. Subtly mirroring someone's posture, hand gestures, or tone of voice can create a sense of connection. It's important not to overdo it. as being too obvious can come off as insincere or even mocking. For instance, if someone leans forward while making a point, you might subtly lean in as well. This small action can make the other person feel heard and understood, or if they speak softly, you might adjust your tone to match theirs. This shows that you are attuned to their emotional state and are willing to meet them where they are. This technique is effective in building rapport in various situations. Whether you're trying to connect with a new friend, strengthen a family bond, or establish a professional relationship, subtle imitation can be a powerful tool. In nonverbal communication, few gestures are as meaningful as the handshake. It's often the first physical contact we have with someone, setting the tone for the interaction. A firm, confident handshake conveys trustworthiness, assertiveness, and a strong sense of self. A firm grip suggests physical strength and vitality, qualities associated with leadership and competence. It signals that you're not afraid to engage and assert your presence. A firm handshake also implies honesty and trustworthiness. A weak handshake, on the other hand, can leave a lasting negative impression. Imagine you're walking down the street when a charity worker asks for a small donation. You decline, but they then ask if you'd sign a petition for their cause. You agree. You've been influenced by the foot-in-the-door technique. This tactic is based on the principle of consistency. When we agree to a small request, we're more likely to agree to a larger related request later on. Refusing the second request would create cognitive dissonance. This technique is effective in various settings, from marketing to personal relationships. Let's explore the door-in-the-face technique. This approach involves starting with a large, unreasonable request likely to be rejected. Then, you follow up with a smaller, more reasonable request, the one you actually wanted. This leverages the power of contrast and the norm of reciprocity. Presenting a large request makes the subsequent smaller request seem more reasonable. By scaling back your request, you trigger a sense of obligation. This technique is effective in negotiations and various other settings. Have you noticed how terms like limited edition or exclusive offer make products more enticing? This is the power of scarcity appeal. We place a higher value on things perceived as rare or in short supply. From an evolutionary perspective, scarcity signaled danger or threat. This ancient wiring still influences our behavior today. Marketers exploit this bias by creating a sense of urgency and exclusivity around their products. Benjamin Franklin was a master of a psychological principle now known as the Benjamin Franklin effect. This effect suggests that when we do a favor for someone, we're more likely to like them afterward. This hinges on the principle of cognitive dissonance. When we do something nice for someone, our brains struggle to reconcile our actions with any negative feelings. To resolve this dissonance, we adjust our attitudes to align with our behavior. We convince ourselves that we must actually like the person we did the favor for. We live in a world of unprecedented choice. While having choices is good, too much choice can lead to paralysis, dissatisfaction, and regret. This is the paradox of choice. More options often lead to less happiness. When faced with too many choices, we become overwhelmed and struggle to make decisions. This can lead to analysis paralysis, where we fail to make any decision at all. Even when we do make a choice, we're often left feeling less satisfied. Our minds seek reference points, anchors to make sense of the world. This reliance can lead to the anchoring bias. This bias refers to our tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive. The anchoring bias is powerful in numerical judgments. For instance, in negotiating the price of a used car, the first price mentioned serves as an anchor. This bias extends beyond numbers, influencing our perceptions of people, products, and experiences. Imagine you've invested significant time, money, and effort into a project that's not going well. You're reluctant to abandon it because you've already invested so much. This is the sunk cost fallacy, our tendency to continue investing in something that's not working. The sunk cost fallacy is rooted in our aversion to loss. We hate to feel like we've wasted our resources, so we continue investing in an attempt to salvage our initial investment. This fallacy can trap us in dead-end jobs, unhealthy relationships, and unprofitable ventures. We've explored 12 powerful psychological principles that influence our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. These techniques offer a glimpse into the often unconscious mechanisms that shape our interactions and decisions. The goal is to understand and utilize these principles ethically and responsibly. By mastering these subtle arts, we can navigate human interaction with greater confidence, empathy, and effectiveness. If you enjoyed this thought-provoking discussion, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Thanks for watching and engaging with us. See you on our next journey.